Hello. Thank you for watching and listening. You had options. This episode, I speak with my good friend Michael J. Wolf of the band Wolfface. We have a great conversation. We talk about him making toys. We talk about the Fart Dojo. Talk about what it's like being having a blockbuster movie made about your life. We also spitball a sequel to complete the trilogy of the Teen Wolf 3. Very excited about that. Gonna shop that around to some different production companies, I think. Check out Wolfface on Instagram. Wolfface, yeah. They just put out an album last year, right before the pandemic, called Still Golden, and it's great. Go give it a listen. Go give him a follow. Find Michael J. Wolf on Instagram at Michael J. Wolfie. He has a toy account as well where he shows all of his custom toys that he's made. MJ Wolf Toys. They're great. He just made one for Prince Midnight. If you don't know that name, you're about to. He's the guy that made the skeleton guitar. And real fun. Make sure to check out youhadoptions on Instagram at youhadoptions. Find me on Twitter at youhadoptions. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go give us some views. We love it. Love all the support we've gotten so far. I say we. It's really just me running this thing. But, we, the communal we, the royal we. Go find me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/youhadoptions. And, thank you. Michael J., thank you for joining me.
Hey, thanks for having me, baby. It's been too long since I've gotten to talk to one of my favorite handsome scoundrels.
Ooh, my goodness, yeah.
Heavy on the handsome, light on the scoundrel.
Oh, I try, man. It's been a while. I guess the last time we saw each other was probably Fest 2019.
Well, we played that show in Tampa not too long ago. Was that like shortly before Fest, or was that after that?
I think that was
before.
before.
I played in Tampa. Is that weird outdoor stage that's like concrete?
Right.
And you had like dragons shirts on.
Yeah, I think that's before Fest.
Probably.
Yeah. Have you had any other bands dress up as the dragons?
No, you guys are the only ones. That's why I've resented you ever since. There's like a growing kind of animosity that I'm trying to withhold.
It only made sense, and I can't believe no other bands have been like, well, we're playing with Wolfface, what's the bad guy basketball team?
Bunch of posers. Too many bands just don't do anything like that. Like I tell bands all the time, like, dress up like Draculas or something when you play. It's so much more fun, and like, gimmicks always funny. Not that I know anything about that, but
no.
I like gimmick bands. I get pigeonholed in that category. It's bullshit, but
it is
whatever.
Bullshit. What are some gimmick bands that you would suggest to people?
Well, so let's think. I was just on Jason V from the Jason's podcast.
Right. Yeah.
I only recently started listening. They got some pretty cool stuff. But
oh yeah,
a band we talked about in that podcast that I've been into since like early high school is a band called McCrackens.
Oh yes.
You listen to McCrackens?
The Dalmatian. I guess they're Dalmatians, right?
Well, no, the two frontmen are eggs.
Yes.
They're eggs. And then on their first record, the drummer was a chicken. but he quit like after the first record, and then
Okay.
it was a dog named Spud from then on.
Yes.
It's
Yes. Okay.
great poppy Ramones core. Like, they have so many albums and records. It's insane. I think they have like 100 releases.
Jesus.
But I always loved them. They in fact, I've been listening to them a lot on Spotify's because I just got that, and they did like that end of year review where they like made fun of you for what you were listening to,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, who the fuck are the McCrackens? Like, you're a dork or something. Yeah, I don't know. They have like 100 records out.
Jeez. I know who they are. I haven't explored their catalog or anything. What's some records or songs that you would suggest?
Go listen to like their first like 3 full lengths. First 2 are probably the best in my opinion. Like In on the Yoke, YOLK. That's a really good album. Not the best title in the world, but it's a solid record.
Are there
amazing poppy songs?
Are there songs about eggs?
No, well, and there's like one called Eggs in Space, but most of their songs are just about random movies. I guess the dudes like worked in a movie store back in the day, a video store,
Yeah.
and they were literally like pull out the catalog and like point to a movie title and say that's what this song's going to be about. And you wouldn't really tell, like they don't have like the movie title. Like when I grew up listening to them, I didn't realize all the songs were about movies. I thought they were like somewhere like autobiographical.
Oh.
But apparently that's not the case.
They're
great.
Are there some weird movies that they write about? Or obscure movies?
A lot of like weird Canadian flicks I've never heard of, but they were in kind of tying into Teen Wolf. This is kind of interesting little tie-in. They were in a Canadian movie called, God, I cannot remember the name of it. And it had in it in Teen Wolf, my movie. Remember when I'm like going to like the beer store with Styles?
Right.
And there's the other little buddy of ours in the car.
Yeah.
That little buddy is in this movie, and the McCrackens is a part where like he walks into a bar or something, and the McCrackens are the band playing, and everyone's pogoing and shit. But it was like a real movie. I don't know if it ever made it to theaters in the States. It's not a very good movie, but they were in it, and so was my one of the people I hired for my movie. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of Canadian movie. I know Canadian Bacon.
I've never even seen it. Should I?
Yeah,
I've heard of it. John Candy's in it, right?
Yeah. What's the one with Rick Moranis and like Beer Buddies? What is that?
Oh, with like the other dude where they kind of talk like funny.
Yeah.
I've never seen those either. I've seen like pictures of them.
Yeah. Right.
I think I've only watched Canadians in American-made movies than actually seeing. Oh wait, what's that? Slapshot?
Oh yeah.
With like the hockey team and like the Goons. Is that Canadian, or am I just thinking it's Canadian because it's hockey?
I don't know. I don't want to miss country a movie.
It's got like, they have like Rob Redford in it and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not if he's in it.
The Hanson brothers.
Yeah, those dudes are hilarious.
Yeah. So we were talking about your movie Teen Wolf. Was Teen Wolf always the idea for Wolfface? Or obviously Wolfface from Teen Wolf, but were there any other movies that you thought about making a project for? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. So I'll tell like it's all autobiographical, but let's pretend I am a human. In
Right.
You, like hypothetically, the way it worked out. Basically, I just wrote like 6 songs and recorded them in my closet just for fun. I didn't ever intended to be in a band again or anything. I was like way past my band days, I thought. And I hate writing lyrics because I don't have anything particularly profound to say. And
same. Yeah.
I just hate serious lyrics because I don't know, some songs I do, but a lot of it's just bullshit.
Try hard. Yeah,
people are acting like they're poets when they're full of shit.
Right.
And that's not for all songs, but whatever. So I literally don't even remember how Teen Wolf came up. I think it must have been on TV or something.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, I could just write about Teen Wolf. Oh, I'm a son of a bitch because bitch a dog. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
I write about writing on the chalkboard and stuff.
Yeah.
And it just stuck, man. So we got like 3 like full length records out of that well, and a 7-inch or something.
Right.
way more than I anticipated.
Right.
But yeah, I never really thought of like people have asked like, would you ever like do a band about another movie? I'm like, no.
Right.
Fucking that. I don't want to bounce around.
No.
What I know.
Right. What hypothetically the human form, where was the human form in other bands before?
Oh yeah. Hypothetically, he was in like I'm in the '90s, like pop punk bands, and
Right.
into college. In college, hypothetically, I was in like a hardcore band, and because I don't know, I feel like people like go like 15 through like high school, you
Right.
get really into. Well, actually, at 15, you like get into ska too, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I don't like ska anymore. I just like pop punk.
Right.
So you listen to pop punk. You get into college, then you feel like you know everything, and you're angry at the world for everything. So you get into hardcore, and like pop punk's fucking lame.
Right.
And at some point, like the emo comes in there too. And I'm not talking about like, I feel like kids think like Good Charlotte's emo or something. I just think that's bad pop punk.
Yeah.
But I'm talking like Get Up Kids, that type of emo. Jimmy Eat Worlds, that comes into play. And then once you get past all that shit, you go back to pop punk.
Yeah.
So in college, I was in a hardcore band, and my plan was to be in a hardcore band forever. And
right.
we just wanted to be refused, you know?
Right.
But our songs were about Star Wars, actually. Believe it or not.
Okay.
It wasn't like obvious. Like we didn't dress up like Star Wars. We were just like punk kids, you know?
Right.
So people didn't really know. And if you knew they were about Star Wars and you read the lyrics, you could say, yeah, that's about Star Wars. But if you didn't know that, it sounded like a hardcore song. Like one was about where Boba Fett goes in the Sarlacc pit. And the song's called You Can't Pull Me Down, right?
Ooh.
Total hardcore song.
That is hardcore.
Right? But it's literally about him getting pulled down in the Sarlacc pit. So it's like, the chorus is like, you can't pull me down. So all the kids are like, you know, talking about their parents or something. But it's really just about Boba Fett.
Oh, shit. That's great.
So, yeah, so I'm no stranger to that kind of thing, I guess.
Right. Yeah, I think that's like, for me at least, that was a natural progression that you just described, where I was in a hardcore band, and then the Handsome Scoundrels became a thing. So it went from, you know, whatever early.
You probably listen to the same shit you're listening to when you're like 15, right?
Right.
It's full circle, baby.
Yeah.
But I was also in a band called Soap in the Pee Hole, and all the songs were just, all the lyrics were just about how it burns. It's like, it burns, you know, like Soap in the Pee Hole.
Was it also a hardcore band? Or hardcore punk?
It was a hardcore band. Really, we had like 2 drummers, 3 bass players. It was just and we all wore ski masks and like dark shit.
Right.
And we entered this battle of the bands where you had to like submit an audition tape, right? Or they wouldn't let you in. And we just put on a tape a Madball record and said that was us. And so we got into the contest, and we like walked in with like crucifixes and shit. Ooh. And just wrecked the place. And the guy who ran it threatened to sue us and stuff. And it was just, you know, being dopey kids trying to be wild and stuff.
Right.
And it's thinking about, you know, the ills of the world, like getting soap in your pee hole, which totally sucks.
That does suck, man. That's a real problem that people don't talk about.
I know. It's like, you don't want to sweep these things under the rug. I mean, the kids need to know that it's not that big of a deal, you know, just don't piss in the bubble bath, right?
Right.
But they'll learn it. It's like touching a hot stove, I guess. I guess we don't need to talk about it.
Yeah. You do it once and you know.
Precisely.
Right. So I had never seen Teen Wolf 2. I know about it.
You've never seen it at all?
Never seen it. So today, you know, in preparation, I was watching clips.
So bad, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Jason Bateman is a...
Oh, he sucks. I like him now. No, I don't like him. I still resent him.
For that movie?
What classic scenes did you see, just out of curiosity?
I watched the scene where he turns, I guess it must be for the first time, maybe?
Uh-huh.
Or no. No, it was him boxing, and then he turns into the werewolf.
Him boxing on the college boxing team that you see all the time, right?
Right, college boxing team.
There's so many college boxing teams out there. What a great pick for the director.
Right. They couldn't pick. They couldn't have done like hockey. They couldn't have done baseball. They couldn't have done
so many more believable. I mean, you already have to ask the viewer to believe that this kid's a werewolf, right?
right.
Why throw in some other weird, like it should like almost be like a random fact, but it's an unbelievable random fact.
Right.
So it brought me out of the movie immediately.
Right. The and it's like Olympic style boxing. It's not like normal boxing.
Right.
You know.
Did you by any chance watch the final boxing scene where he's boxing as a human? And what happens?
No.
So my dad in the original movie, right?
Right.
Who runs a hardware store. I think the actor who played my dad is the only one who they could actually get for the second movie from the first movie.
Right.
So he's actually driving the kid to college at the very beginning of the movie. And he like turns into a werewolf and it's like, "Hey nephew, don't you like seeing that?" You know, just to remind the audience, this guy was in the first movie. This guy's
a werewolf, yeah.
Right. And it's like the kid's uncle. Like, what uncle drives the kid to college?
Right.
I mean, the guy had a mom, you know. But
yeah.
I digress. So the final boxing scene, right? I'm sorry if I'm talking too much, man.
No, man, that's all you. This is about you.
Cool. So the final boxing scene, it's like, you know, he's getting beat up because he's a human again, and he's trying to like really fight as a human. And he's down on the ropes, and he's about to go out, right? But he looks into the audience, and who's watching? His uncle, right? His uncle's watching, and what does his uncle do? He looks him in the eye and gives him the secret move. He goes like this.
Uppercut.
Yeah, uppercut. Who would have ever thought? So the kid's like, yeah, and he gets up, uppercuts, and like wins. Like, that's the magic. You have to be a werewolf to know that move.
Oh shit! Yeah, I read the synopsis and I loved it. It was like, you know, I thought it was gonna be like, because they're like, whatever Jason Bateman's character's name, they're like, he's on a sports scholarship, and he's about to lose his scholarship if he doesn't perform in this boxing tournament. I was like, a boxing tournament?
Yeah. Just run with it. And you know what's even worse, and you probably didn't see this in the clips you watched, the boxing coach is actually not the same actor, but the same character as my basketball coach in the first movie. Somehow he left coaching high school basketball poorly to coaching college boxing. And the way you know this is the name. Right. But if you didn't recognize the character's name when they say it, there's a part where like he's like reminiscing about the old days at his desk, and he looks at a photograph, and it's a photograph of him standing with me in the old basketball days. Right?
But it's a different actor.
Completely different actor. Doesn't look or sound anything like the first guy. It's like this weird cheesy guy. Like, so I don't know.
Jeez.
Again, they want the audience to like suspend disbelief on just too much.
Too much. Yeah. Well, I mean, your movie Teen Wolf 1, or just Teen Wolf, was pretty successful, I think. So it's like, you would think the follow up wouldn't be like a straight to video type production.
Well, it was in theaters.
Yeah.
I saw it in theaters back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, and I was pissed then too.
Right.
I didn't sign off on it. Hollywood just ran with it. They said, look, we can do what we want. So I said, fine, run with it, dudes.
Yeah.
I did see it in theaters and it sucked.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's it boggles the mind. I was thinking about trying to think about, obviously, like Back to the Future is a Michael J. Classic, the trilogy.
He went on some good stuff,
right?
Yeah.
But I'm trying. The only other movie that really struck me, that was just popping in my brain, was Frighteners. Did you watch Frighteners? Frighteners?
No, I never heard of it.
Frighteners is mid '90s, and
Michael J's in it.
Yeah.
Shit, I haven't been paying enough attention.
It's great.
Is it good?
It's good. It's worth a watch.
Like a ghost?
Yeah, it's
ghost movie or something?
Yeah, like he can see ghosts, and he's trying to solve this mystery of a serial killer who's dead but somehow still killing people, and
Michael J can do it all.
Right.
Werewolf, mystery solver, Doc Hollywood, man.
Right.
Got Doc Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Flick.
And
doctor turned vet. Big city doctor turned country vet. That old tale.
Jesus. Did you ever see Bright Lights, Big City?
No, what's that? Is that
That's
Michael J?
yeah, that's like an '80s like uh, drug excess movie with him.
Is he like a drug addict in it?
Yeah,
Man, I can't picture Michael J doing that shit.
right.
That bum me out.
Well, it's I mean, he's playing. It's not the
He
biopic.
wasn't really shooting up heroin. Real quick.
Yeah,
Little method actor.
the webbing in his toes. He was just like, this is the only spot. Yeah.
Well, training for Teen Wolf, I heard he like got bit by a bunch of wolves on purpose, seeing if he could actually, get the bite and turn into a werewolf. It didn't work, but
Didn't
he's
work.
committed to his craft.
Great. Um, is Teen Wolf the best wolf or werewolf movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like I think the only like notable other werewolf movie I've watched, where werewolf's the main thing. I'm not talking about like where there's a werewolf in the movie,
Right.
Like Monster Squad or something. But like American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen that since I was like 12. Is that even any good? I haven't watched it with adult eyes, or at least 19-year-old eyes.
That's true. Yeah.
Have you seen it recently? I don't know if it would hold up.
No, it's been a while.
It freaked me out back then.
Right. I remember wasn't there a Benicio del Toro
Oh, I heard that was awful.
werewolf movie?
Did you see it?
No.
But yeah, he was a werewolf. That dude looks like a werewolf.
Yeah.
And remember the movie Big Top Pee-wee?
Yes. He was. He's the wolf boy. Wolfman.
Yeah. Did like this fancy werewolf movie.
Yeah.
That's why I always thought he kind of just looked like a werewolf in general because of Big Top Pee-wee. That's one of those movies that makes you feel kind of dirty after watching it, right? Like, it was a weird one.
Yeah. I mean, well, the first one was so good.
Oh, Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Big Adventure, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fucking amazing.
Classic.
Holds up.
Yeah.
Did you watch this Netflix one that came out a couple years ago?
No.
He came out with a new movie. It was like I think it's only on Netflix, and it's actually pretty damn good. Not as good as Big Adventure, but better than Big Top Pee-wee. It's pretty solid.
What's the premise of the new one?
He falls in love with this it's a famous actor. I forget his name, but he's done a ton of movies and commercials, and like he like meets him one day and they become best friends like in meeting for like 5 minutes. And then the actor like goes back to Hollywood but invites Pee-wee to his birthday party. So it's Pee-wee's adventure going from his hometown to a big actor's birthday party. And like there's like some real chemistry between Pee-wee and the actor. And it's just his adventure's on the way to get there. It cracked me up. It's pretty good.
Okay. Does Pee-wee, does he have like, you can tell he's like dyed hair? Can you tell he's like older?
You can tell like with the skin like a little bit, but he held up pretty damn good, man.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look weird. You're not like, oh shit, this is geriatric Pee-wee trying to be hip. Like they did I'm sure they like caked the makeup on, but he looks pretty damn good still. And it worked. It worked for me.
What so for Wolfface, do you guys are you guys have plans for a new album, or what was the last thing y'all put out?
Well, we put out Still Golden,
right,
full length,
yes,
which came out like January before COVID. So literally we didn't have 2 months later, everything shut down.
Yes.
We've never gotten to play a show promoting that album. We were supposed to do a little tour that May.
Right.
So I had to cancel all that. So that's the last thing we put out. I'm writing a couple tunes still. We might do like a little 7-inch or something soon. We'll see. But I've also been working on a video game for us. That's kind of what I've been mainly working on lately with Wolfface.
What?
Is putting together our Nintendo game.
Like, so it's like an 8-bit?
Yeah, it's going to be actually, we're going to put it out on actual legit NES cartridges.
What?
That are playable.
What? What? Explain that. How do you know this technology? What is?
So there's a program called, I found out about this months ago, called NES Maker. And it's like these dudes, they created this program. It's not easy. It takes a lot of the coding out of it. You still got to code some shit.
Yeah.
But it's made it like it's taken a lot of the pain in the ass stuff out of actually making an NES game. And It's designed to where it limits you, so you whatever you're making, it's gonna be able to be playable on a cartridge.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can't
It's
do
not
it.
gonna work. Yeah.
So they have like days worth of tutorial videos that I was just like watching for like weeks on end.
Yeah.
So I started to make it, and like it's in progress. It's gonna be pretty rad. Rain Wolf, guitar player, he's done. You got to use. I think it's what is it called? It's this program to program songs that can be playable on an NES cartridge because it's so limited,
Right. Yeah.
And he's made some awesome versions of our songs, like
Ooh.
Nintendo-fied. And
Yeah.
they sound so awesome, and it's going to be in the game, so I'm super stoked about it.
That's sick. Do you?
It's been pretty. I don't know. I don't know of any other bands that have done an NES game, so I'm hoping we're breaking new ground.
I know. I remember playing the the Beavis and Butthead game as on Sega Genesis, and they were trying to get to a Gwar concert. I remember Aerosmith had an arcade game. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, well, and then Michael Jackson also had a pretty tight game on
Moonwalker.
Sega.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Aerosmith game, you shot. It was like the guns were there, and you shot CDs.
Why did Aerosmith have guns?
They're trying to get to a show. They got to get to their show. Pretty much.
And the guns shot CDs.
Shot CD. Well, they can't shoot bullets.
So it's non-lethal.
Yeah. It's just like you're shooting the bad guys, and
Was it an awful game?
I mean, as a kid, I was like, "Oh, this shit rules." But I'm sure if I went back, I'd be like, "Oh." It reminded me of the. Did you ever play the Terminator cabinet game, like T2?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It reminded me of that, but like with Aerosmith.
That's not too bad. Then.
Yeah. You also, one thing about you that impresses me is you also make figures, action figures.
Oh, thanks. I'm making one right now. Actually, I'm about done with it.
What can you talk about it? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. It's have you ever heard of Prince Midnight?
Yes. Yeah, the skeleton guitar.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm making a Prince Midnight Skelecaster action figure. It's a little mini Skelecaster.
Okay.
I won't give you a sneak peek. I'll post it soon.
Save it. Yeah.
But the card's done. Like the back card is done. I was just waiting for one little piece for the figure itself. I just gotta put all that shit together this weekend.
What? So these are all handmade. How's that work? How'd you get into this?
I think maybe just on Instagram. There's a dude on Instagram. He's one of the first people to do these like, bootleg toys. His Instagram handle is Death by Toys.
Okay.
And he does some of my favorite stuff. But somehow I ran across him on Instagram or something, and I was like, dang, I really want to do that. So I actually PM'd him on. Is that what the kids say? PM.
Sure. PM. Yeah. Prime Minister. Yeah.
I PM'd him on Instagrams, and I was like, dude, like, how do you do it? And he was like nice enough to literally like write me like pages of like what you need to get, how to do it.
Yeah.
And so I just did, and the ones I do, they're not like real, because I can't sculpt for shit. Like I have sculpting clay and stuff, but I can't like do one from scratch. So it's either old action figures that I've like Frankenstein together,
okay,
or something that's not even an action figure. Like I did the from the movie Seven, the Brad Pitt's wife's character, her figure. It's just a little miniature cardboard box with fragile stickers on the side.
That's great.
And that's probably my favorite one I did.
That's great.
I did a Jack Daniels action figure, and all it is a little one of those like little airplane bottles of Jack Daniels in a little bubble.
Nice.
And there's like a picture of like this like smiling little kid like with a little bubble that says "It really works."
That's great.
Ages 6+.
Yeah. I love the Fest figure with the PBR.
Oh yeah, I gave that away to somebody. I forgot about that one. Yeah, that was like a contest for like the pre-orders from the record. Someone won that. But thank you.
Yeah.
Fun.
What type of action figure that you're Frankensteining? What do you look for? Is it like a G.I. Joe, or is it a
G.I. Joes kind of suck. There's like old like Hasbro figures that are like similar in size.
Yeah.
The thing about G.I. Joes is, remember how like when you take them apart, there's like the weird like little middle crotch piece.
Yes, like the girdle.
You can't really. Frankenstein them together very well because the pieces are so weird and floppy when they're not together.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like Skelecaster is it's just gonna. I found this like little skeleton figure, and so I'm just chopping off the leg heads and stuff, and then I have a little miniature guitar, and I'm just like gluing the neck on, and I'm gonna make little pickups for it, and probably like because it has like these weird little. The real Skelecaster has like red wires and stuff because it's all exposed. I'll do some like little wires and stuff. It's gonna be pretty cool, I think.
What
I like it.
Is okay? So are you? Prince Midnight is from Tampa, or he's in Tampa, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you friends with him? Do you speak with him?
Well, yeah, we're kind of collaborating on some stuff together. I can't really get into that,
No,
but
okay.
but yeah, he's another rock star from Tampa, man.
Right.
He's awesome. I don't know if you've like listened to his stuff, but it's like some really crazy metal
Yeah.
with a giant xylophone. He plays a giant xylophone
right.
thing, and his record he put out is like he hired like this like real British actor like does like there's like an intro where it's like and he walks from the demon's den and like does all this like metal shit and the songs happen and there's like a prelude with the voice and stuff and there's like an opera singer on it too. But anyways, yeah, so he's a legit artist from down here and he reached out to me. He's like, hey man, from one artist to another, let's do something together. So that's what we're doing. And the dude built a real guitar out of a skeleton.
Is that really a skeleton?
It's really a skeleton. I've seen it in person. I felt it. I've held it.
How that's got to be.
There's all these weird law. Like it was used in medical school. Like it was a real skeleton that they like, they put like rubber stuff between the ribs to hold it together.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could use it. It was used in a medical school in Greece. And when they get rid of that stuff, because of like the Greek orthodoxy and like religion, you can't just it's still a dead body. And
right.
It's a story he's told and he tells it better than I, but essentially like he studied up on all the laws. He talked to like real like legal people down here and stuff, and like he's well aware. He was able to get it to the States like to repatriate the body, and do whatever he wants with it, but you can't like sell it. You can't like you can't do weird shit with it. You can have it. Maybe you can't make a guitar out of it. Maybe his legal advice is wrong, but he made a guitar out of it. It's pretty sick.
Wow. Yeah, because like, I guess I don't know. I'm not a legal man, but like defacing bodies and stuff like that.
I guess if you own it legally, you can do whatever you want with it. I guess.
I don't know. What did he do with the rest of the body?
He's actually fashioning right now. I don't want to give it away. He's actually doing some other stuff with the rest.
Okay.
He hasn't released it, so I can't say it. I'll tell you off the air.
But okay,
he's
that's
doing
fine.
Some stuff with other parts of the body that's gonna be pretty cool.
Oh shit! Oh god, he's
a cool guy though, man. He's kind of a little wacky in the head, but
who isn't?
What's that?
Who isn't?
Exactly. It's way more fun that way.
Right. What's the You sent me a list of topics we could talk about. What is a fart karate dojo?
That's where we did this like little tour over in Texas years ago when we did like South by Southwest and did like some shows in Texas. And on the way back we did some shows, and one show was at a karate dojo in Pensacola, Florida.
Okay.
And this dude set it up, and I guess he shows out there all the time. And it was actually a really cool place to have shows, and a lot of kids can't come to shows there. And it was a fun show, but we had been driving all night and day and had eaten a lot of real bad food. We had Buc-ee's, from Buc-ee's, that gas station. And we were farting all night, and the whole karate dojo just reeked of our ass.
Yeah.
All of our asses. Anytime we'd walk into the karate dojo, it smelled like our shit. And so, I don't know, that's the whole karate dojo fart story. It's just our werewolf farts literally stuck up the whole dojo, and like people were like, I saw like wolf fart standing by someone, and I watched as she like went like this.
This man farting.
Scurried away.
Right.
So He was living up to his name that eve, but we all were. We were all farting like crazy.
Did you have to bow to sensei or anything whenever you
No,
entered
there was
the?
no dorky senseis there or anything.
Oh man, did you
But
did you keep your shoes on?
yeah, they let us have shoes on. Yeah, man. Yeah.
What kind of dojo is this?
Some trashy ass Pensacola dojo. They had a couple boxing bags, so I guess they were legit.
Yeah. What Florida? It's crazy to me how big Florida is.
Yeah.
And it's we love playing in Florida because we always seem to have good shows where we go because the punk scene is so pretty good throughout the state. What I don't know what where outside of Florida have you felt that the punk community is best in the shows that you've played?
We haven't gone outside of Florida that much, really. I mean, we've been like, all the way up to Chicago. We've done Canada. We did the Pooza thing. You guys have done that, right?
We haven't yet.
Oh, you didn't? I could have sworn you did. Were you supposed to like last year and it got canceled?
Uh,
Oh wait, I'm thinking of the booze cruise. You all did the
we
punk
did the booze cruise.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm getting those confused.
Yeah.
But we like I've never really. Well, the other thing is too, we never like repeated out of state shows. So I don't know if like when we played it was good or bad, and usually it's good. So I can't really tell you. Other than like Atlanta or Georgia, we've had some fun shows in Atlanta. That's a pretty cool area.
Yeah.
But that's not that far from us.
Right.
But you guys, what's this scene like in Alabama? I can't imagine it's all that great. We played with you guys up there and it's fun. We had a blast and there was a good turnout and everything.
Yeah. We've been lucky in Mobile just because we're from here and we're able to get people out whenever we play. But I don't know, Birmingham, maybe Montgomery.
Is it good to play shows there? I mean,
there's a decent scene. But it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Pensacola is pretty good. It's always fun to go over to New Orleans and play. Yeah,
Have you guys played New Orleans a lot? I've only done it once.
Pretty good amount. Yeah. I went and watched y'all because we played our show in Mobile with y'all, and then y'all played New Orleans like the next night.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That was the same. That was like the night after.
The Dragons. Like no, not Dragon. Siberia. Siberia.
Yes. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. We had a good day. We had a great day there.
Yeah. Do you guys usually bring when you guys are playing out? Do the wives and girlfriends usually go?
No, I think they were with us on that thing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of I think that's the only time that's happened. When we played in like Chicago years ago, my wife did come out to hang out with us.
Yeah.
She flew out. But yeah, usually no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this one we're just gonna do is just gonna be us dudes.
Just dudes being dudes.
Dudes being dudes.
Yeah, I remember when we played with y'all the last time in St. Pete at that bar. I forgot the bar's name.
The Bins?
Yeah, the Bins. Yeah.
I love the Bins.
That was cool. I think the night we played, they promoted it as like 80s party, and I think the people there thought it was going to be like an 80s dance party instead of like a punk show.
Oh, really? Probably.
Yeah. But I remember your wife, while y'all were playing, was at the merch table, and she was very, very lovely woman.
Oof. Yeah. Oh no, that was in Tampa. That was a Tampa show, wasn't it? It was outdoors where we played, right? A little outdoor back patio. Yeah, that was Tampa. That's the Bricks in Tampa.
The Bricks.
That's what that was.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
But thank you. Yes, she's Boof's great. I still love her a lot.
That's good. Oh man, so she became Boof because of your movie.
Well, she was always Boof. I mean, the movie was based about my life.
That's true.
And she was kind of like, you know, the friend when I was going after the wrong girl, but she stuck with me, and she's still stuck with me, so it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But I'm still allowed to fuck whoever I want.
Hey, man, that's great.
I'm Michael J.
That's right.
I know that was your next question.
You can't be. Oh, and segue. Who can you fuck? Oh man. Oh Jesus. Yeah. So I did get. I put out an Instagram story asking.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, asking
for like questions.
Questions. Let's see here.
Did someone actually ask a question?
Someone did ask a question, and it was pretty great. What flavor would a wolf face milkshake be?
Oh God. Oh shit. Well, it'd be keg of beer flavor.
Shit.
With a hint of blood and jizz. All the best things.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So there you go.
I love it. Keg of beer.
Has anyone done beer ice cream? I've never heard of it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Did they in the movie? Did they say what beer it was? The keg.
No, they didn't want to like pay, for the licensing.
Anybody?
So it was just beer. He went to, he tells the barkeep, not the barkeep, Tony, the liquor store owner,
right?
Give me a keg of beer. Tony doesn't ask
Give me
what kind.
A keg of
it's
beer.
Just
right.
Tony only stocks beer.
Right.
That's it.
What beer do you think it was?
Molson Ice.
Oh, Molson's, yeah.
It was filmed in Canada, I believe.
Yeah, Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Michael
wow.
J is Canadian. They want to keep him comfy.
Damn, that's true. Yeah. Oh man.
Is it called Molson Ice or is it just Molson?
Well, there's Molson, but I imagine they got to have like Molson's Light and Molson's Ice and
probably
like
Natty Ice. Yeah.
Right.
It's not a bad beer. It's not a bad beer.
No.
I like it.
Have you ever had what do they call? What's that beer? It's funny that like each region has their own beer, but it's like the same beer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like in like DC, there's National Bohemian, Natty Bo.
Geez, I never heard.
Do you know
of
that?
Is it any good?
It's good, man. I mean,
is it pretty much like Miller Lite? Like
yeah, and like they have Lone
Texas
Star.
Texas has like what Lone Star?
Lone
is
Star.
That what Texas is?
Yeah. I know from Tampa, Cigar City. It's actually a good beer.
Yeah. Well, they do like legit like IPAs and stuff.
Right. High Lie is one of my like favorite beers.
Yeah, I dig the High Lie.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
You ever have Schlitz? It's like a real.
Oh yeah.
It's like a Midwestern thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's got a cool label. It just makes you feel like you're in that movie, The Christmas Story, or like the good old days.
Right. Maybe what's the guy that did Home Alone and what's his name?
The actor or like
the director that
John
did
Hughes.
John Hughes. Yeah, maybe in a John Hughes movie. Maybe.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Right.
Dad's getting ready to pack up for the airport the next day and join a nice Schlitz.
Right.
Kids are running around.
So being in the Tampa, St. Pete, south to central Florida area, there's a lot of like wrestling. That's like a hotbed.
Yeah.
And have you ever been approached to do any sort of wrestling thing?
Yeah. Well, outside of fest wrestling, no.
Yeah.
We've been asked to play fest wrestling a couple times, and I think one time I think Tony like mentioned maybe us doing like a wrestling shtick and playing,
Yeah.
We've never been able to do it though, but I wouldn't mind. My damn back, I'm getting old, man. I'm like 19.
19.
Back hurts sometimes these days.
Pushing 20. Yeah.
I know. Well, werewolf years are like dog years in reverse. If I was a dog, I'd be like 1,000 by now, but it works backwards with werewolves. Our years last way longer than human years. So
right.
That's why I can still honestly say I'm a teenage werewolf.
Right. The Yeah, so you hurt your back once, but you still performed a show from your
Oh,
daughter's
yeah.
bed, right?
Yeah, how'd you know about that?
Because I know things, man.
Did y'all play that show?
No, but we've talked about this before.
Oh, okay, okay.
Can you
Yeah,
can you explain to the people?
I wrecked my back. We were supposed to play a show in Tampa, and I couldn't do it. So we didn't want to cancel. So there's a dude named Josh
Right.
down here in St. Pete. You played his house. Remember, we played
Yeah, yeah.
Josh's house together, that little house show.
The moth.
Real cool dude.
Yeah.
And but he loves he knows all our songs, and he can like sing them probably better than I can or yell them, you know. And so we gave him a mask, you know. We did. It was a mask that looked real enough to where people weren't gonna be like, "Oh, that fucker's wearing a mask," you
Right.
know? And so he played, but they set up a projector in the background, and I was just laying in my daughter's bed, drinking whiskey with like my face all bandaged up, and and just enjoying the show live, while people got to enjoy me drinking whiskey, laying in a pink bed.
That's great. Oh shit. Yeah.
So it worked out. The kids loved it.
One of my favorite videos of y'all. I think it was. I think you told me it was Josh. But so you guys started playing, and Josh was out there, and then you came out dressed up as Jesus, right?
Yeah. It was funny because like Josh, they started playing the song and Josh was singing. And
He
I was
sounds.
the
He can
audience
do.
member.
Yeah, he can sound like the recordings.
He totally does.
Yeah.
And, like, but I was wearing like this Jesus cloak. It's fucking Jesus, but no one noticed. Like Jesus is up front, and then I couldn't take it anymore, so I Jesus put the mic away from the imposter, and I took off my Jesus costume, and it was, lo and behold, Michael J. Wolf.
I think you're screaming something about him being a false prophet, and that I think that's what pushed me over the edge. You know.
Sounds about right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh shit! I love that sort of shit.
There's so many layers to it. It's
It is, man.
Jesus is calling you a false prophet legitimately. Michael J. Wolf is calling you a false prophet legitimately.
Right.
It all works.
Oh man. The
I don't even know how that came about. Like, how did that you? It was like, I think I had a Jesus costume that I've had for years, and I must have just been getting ready for the show. And I was like, oh, we'll do this. I'll be Jesus for a second tonight.
Yeah.
And we'll have Josh sing. Give me a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love dumb shit, you know.
It's great, man. Well, yeah, it's like, you know, it all reminds me of professional wrestling, and I love wrestling because there's an art and a psychology to everything.
Yeah.
Do
Do you go to like? Do you go to the Fest Wrestlings?
Yeah.
When you come down for Fest?
Yeah.
There was a dude. If you're like real into, I don't know if he's on my Instagram now, but we did that Misfits cover set a couple years. The last Fest that we actually played before COVID, and in the video, you can see there's a dude right up front with like this big beard, and he's like singing every Misfits song right up front, like just having a great time. He's like this legit wrestler dude that was there for Fest Wrestling. He travels all around the world wrestling and stuff. I mean, he's like ripped. I didn't know that at the time. It's just afterwards, I think he like followed me on Instagram or something. I was like, oh, that dude's a wrestler. And I recognized him because every time I watch the video, he's like right in front singing every Misfits song.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
What's his name?
If I pull up my Instagram right now, I might actually see it. It's like dog something. Let me see. He's always posting shit, so let's see if he's on here.
Matt Cross?
I don't know. Actually, let me see. Sorry for
No, you're fine, man.
going on my stupid Instagram.
Yeah, I think that's gotta be
What's his name's Matt Croft, you said?
Matt Cross.
Oh, Oh, that sounds right. Hang on. Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Do you know him?
Oh yeah.
Is he like a legit wrestling dude?
Oh yeah.
He looks like it.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, dude,
big and big
he
and
was like right up front singing all the songs. It was so rad.
very, very popular indie wrestler.
Oh, is he? Like,
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I was in the presence of other greatness.
Yeah, man. So much greatness in that room.
Room about it almost exploded with greatness.
Uh,
So
so
are you just playing Fest this year?
I don't right now. I don't think we are.
Like because of COVID or just haven't hooked it up yet?
Just haven't hooked it up.
Well, you guys need to email Tony. Jesus.
Well, yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, we can talk off air. Uh, there's nothing weird,
Okay.
but it's just
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. But yeah. So I came up with a bit I told you about. Uh, I would like to kind of brainstorm a Teen Wolf 3.
Yeah, yeah. Let's
Um,
do it.
so what sport do you think a Teen Wolf 3 should be involved with?
Well, you texted me about this like an hour ago. And
Yeah,
I was thinking about it. And I'm like, definitely not boxing.
right,
That's fucking stupid. There's no high school boxing teams, and there's no college boxing teams either. Hollywood, you're
right,
not fooling anybody with that shit. Basketball's been played. I've already mastered the basketball,
right.
and I've mastered music. But I'm thinking we bring it to the school band. It's Michael J's granddaughter, and she sucks at band, and she's
Okay.
like the worst tuba player. She plays the tuba.
Yeah.
And she goes through puberty and turns into a werewolf and plays the meanest tuba anyone's ever heard. Like, the tuba only has like 3 buttons, right? So
Right.
it's always like, but
Right.
she's like,
Right.
like amazing. Brings the whole band together.
Doing crazy
Right?
runs. Yeah.
Yeah, and the popular guy in school's into her now, or the popular girl. We don't know how she swings
Whatever.
in
Yeah.
school. It's 2021. But she realizes like the nice guys that really got or the nice whatever, is the person to go after. But I was also thinking of like a side story, a sub story, right?
Yeah.
Where Michael J is now running Dad's hardware store from the first one,
Right.
Howard's Hardware, and there's a sub story about Amazon taking over. The
Right.
Amazon trucks are driving through town. Maybe there's a surfing scene on top of one of the Amazon vans to really get it to Bezos. And there's like, a real social discussion there in the movie about, Amazon. At first it was Walmart pushing out. Howard's Hardware survived the Walmart apocalypse,
Right.
but now there's this new unseen enemy from the other coast bringing his vans into town and making it way easier to get nails and pliers.
Yeah.
And so I think we should explore that in the movie. But that's just my thought.
I love
Sounds
it.
like an exciting movie.
But I love it. The totally go away from sports, do another
Yeah.
extracurricular. Who do you think would play? We would get the same. Would the grandfather be alive?
Well, yeah, because we'll get Michael J. Fox back.
Oh, Michael J. Fox is the grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay,
He's old. He's
Yeah.
old as fuck.
that's
And,
true.
the
Who?
only actor I was thinking for like the grandkid is, and I guess we could just let him dress up like a girl if he's gonna be my granddaughter. Is like the dude from The Hobbit and from the British Office. That guy, because he's kind of small and cute, right? He's old now, but we could do the Pee Wee thing and like
Just
cake over the wrinkles and
all
stuff.
right. Just
You know what I'm talking about, right? The Hobbit guy, right?
a
He's
Hobbit.
the Hobbit in the new Hobbit movies. He was the Jim character in the British version of The Office.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
talking about, right?
Yeah.
He'd be a good little like Michael J. grandkid.
I think so. I think he would fit.
He's 40, but he looks young. He's tiny.
He's wispy, maybe.
Yeah. Well, what do you think?
I think.
What were your plans for the Teen Wolf 3?
Well, I didn't. I like your idea way better because I was just gonna pick like hockey or something, but there's already hockey teenage coming of age stories.
Yeah. Well, the problem with hockey too, though, is they gotta wear the helmets, right? You gotta see the wolf.
Right.
There's gotta be some activity where you see really what everyone's dealing with. So I think hockey's not a bad start, but I think you gotta have something where
Yeah.
the wolf's exposed.
Yeah, I like the symphonic marching band, type of deal. Yeah.
the champion tuba player.
They go to state, tuba state, and she ends
Dude,
up.
I got tuba still crack me up, man. Every time I hear a tuba, it's just like farts. Like
It's a silly
so
instrument.
Well, it is. And we went to my one of my kids takes like piano lessons, and we went to like one of her like little recitals
Right.
years ago, and it's like her teacher teaches all sorts of instruments, so it's like one kid at a time plays like a 30-minute song, then the next kid who does clarinet. Well, this one little girl does the tuba, and fuck, man, like, well, she sucked because she's new, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
she couldn't
Kid.
even play the tuba well.
Right.
Tuba sounds goofy enough as it is when you play it well,
Right.
but when you don't play it well, then it sounds extra farty. And I was about to lose my shit with this, and I felt so bad. And I didn't lose my shit, so I didn't embarrass the poor kid.
Right.
But like she was just like farting up. I was just being my little immature self.
It's tough, man. It's tough out here for a tuba player, you know?
It is. Do you know how to play tuba?
I don't. I played trombone in high school.
That's pretty cool.
That's
That's a slidey one, right?
Yeah. It's farty, but a little less farty.
Well, let me ask you this about the trombone.
Mm-hmm.
I've never known how this works, but
Right.
literally you're hitting different notes from how far out and in you pull that thing.
Yeah.
That's like super exact. Like, don't you have like have to have like a perfect like ear for music to like? It's kind of like the necklace bass, right? I could never play a necklace bass because I'm always going to be a little off, and my ear's not going to tell me otherwise, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like and if you're off, you've got the tuning, right there in your hand.
What is the tuning?
Like like you're changing the tuning, right? So you're able to go if you're sharp when you should be, a little bit like when you should be going flatter, you're able to change on the fly. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but you got to be good to be able to hear that. Like, I have a shitty ear for music, so like if something's a little sharp, I'm probably not even noticing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah, I was. I mean, yeah, I wasn't very good. I didn't practice a lot. I didn't, try. So
that's why you're not in a ska band, man.
That's
Look
right.
How you fucked up.
I know, man. Ska's having a resurgence. I see all these ska bands putting out stuff and just exploding. I'm like,
the kids love it. Like, I if you like ska, go for it. That's totally cool. I'm not that into it anymore.
Yeah, me either.
I just had a good your podcast. Remember when you had Andrew Cabbage?
Yes.
From Caffeines. Yeah. He said one of the funniest things, and they were talking about like how when Caffeines play, they try to downstroke as much as they can, and their like band motto is, if you upstroke once, you're a ska
band. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
It's true.
It's word to the wise. I try to downstroke as much as I can, but it's harder when you get older.
It's too much. Yeah, these fast songs, it's too much. It's I'm trying to do my Ramones downstroke stuff, but to a point,
Tough, dude.
It's tough, man. Oh shit. Well, we're almost at an hour here. Do you have any like closing words of wisdom or?
Let's see. No.
Okay, that's fair. Oh man.
Here it is. If you upstroke once, you're a ska band.
Yes.
The end.
The end.
and beware false prophets.
Ooh, yes. Damn. Okay. Well, Michael J, stay on for a minute, but you had options, but you decided to talk to me, and I appreciate it.
Oh, one question.
Okay.
Where's the song come from for your intro?
I had my buddy Brady make it.
It's a great song.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
I thought it was like a legit like song that someone like had just put out on a record like years ago, and like that's how you got your name. You just like that song.
No, man. He's very talented. He was on American Idol.
Oh, no shit.
So he's definitely the most like musically inclined person that I know.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Did he go far in it?
He got like to the I can't remember if he got to the first stage of like the final like 10 people. He might have been like the 11th person or something. But yeah,
Wow.
he was in front of like Katy Perry and whoever the other judges were and that sort of thing.
Do you know about Rain Wolf and his American Idol type deal from his past? You know, my guitarist Rain Wolf.
I know what's Trey Bien.
Trey Bien, yeah. Do you know how their claim to fame was?
When they were on a were they on a talent show type thing?
So American Idol, like when it was really big, like in like the 2006-ish,
Yeah.
I'm guessing, decided to do that was like when it was the biggest show on TV.
Right.
The makers decided to do American Idol for bands the show would air right after American Idol. It's called like Next Great American Band.
Okay.
And I remember my wife and I watched it, and there was this band from Clearwater, Florida, these kids, and Ryan was the drummer. Raymond was the drummer, and they got super far in it. We'd watch it every week to watch these kids. I never knew them before.
Yeah.
And they got I think they got like third place or something.
Damn.
And the Goo Goo Dolls singer was like one of the judges. And
Okay.
But they're like famous. And
Damn.
now he's in Wolfface.
Damn. How so did you meet him? Did you seek him out, or did you just meet him by happenstance?
I just happened because again, when I started Wolfface, it wasn't intended to be a band. Some friends got the songs and said they liked it, and a buddy of mine offered us a show.
Yeah.
So I was gonna pull a band together, and I know Wolf Fart from bands in the past,
right?
And he knew Rain Wolf, and brought him in. I was like, Jesus, this fucking kid is. And I was like, dude, you were on that show, playing drums. Holy shit, you could play guitar. You could. That dude's like a ridiculous musician.
Right. Yeah.
Anything. It's sickening.
Yeah.
You know. But they're not sick. I love the kid. It's if anyone should have that skill, it should be him because he's a sweetheart.
He's great.
Anyone else, I'd be jealous of and pissed about.
Right.
But that's how we met. Yeah,
right.
Through Wolf Fart when we first started up.
Wow. Crazy. It's a small world. Yeah. Well, again, Michael J, thank you. Stay on. But yeah, I've enjoyed it.
Thanks, baby. Have a good one.
You too.